Well, we got it. Really nice guy actually. I didn't film anything picking this caravan up because it was absolutely lashing down with rain. And we had to get the legs up, and I had to make sure, I had to do all my safety checks, make sure everything was clamped down, locked, and then I had a bit of bother with the lights. It's always the same, the plugs on these caravans, the lights, they just rust out, but a bit of WD-40, a wee bit of tinkering later, and we got lights. You can probably just see the caravan there behind me. I just feel you're sitting here going, whoa, just waiting for the wind to sweep you away. But it's fine, I've got cruise control on, we're at 62 miles an hour. Interestingly, at 62 miles an hour, I'm still overtaking people. Don't know what that's about, but anyway. Right, I'll focus on the road. Next time I see you, we'll be at the yard and we'll have a look at this. Just going to quickly interrupt the video and talk about today's sponsor, which is, well, me. If you've been watching the channel and you want to support me do more of what you're seeing on this video, then I really appreciate it if you could consider joining the channel and become a member. Or the other way you can do it is by visiting our eBay store, which the link is in the description below, and look at purchasing any parts that you might need for your caravan or your van build or anything else that you might be doing with these kind of parts. I give 20% off to subscribers, and the way to do that is drop me a message via eBay. If you're looking in the store and looking for anything in particular, drop me a message, let me know your channel name, and we'll give you the 20% discount. Like I say, this isn't my full-time job. I would like it to be, and all the support that I get from the subscribers and everybody who watches and people who buy from the eBay store are slowly making or helping me make that happen. So if you want to help and you want to see more of this, then consider doing one of those two things. Back to the video. Well, we've got it to the yard, and as you can see, it is a bit of a mess in here. So the story is, the chap that I bought it from, him and his wife were looking for somewhere to go in the summertime, so they were looking at prices of holiday lodges, holiday lets, all those things, and they just couldn't afford it. So they came up with the idea of, well, why don't we get a caravan and let's take that away. So they did that. They bought the caravan, but then the chap had to go in for knee surgery. So when he came out of surgery, the caravan had sat for quite a long time. So they decided to get in it, to get it cleaned, and to get it ready for them to go away. And when they were doing that, they discovered that the roof around the skylight, the big skylight here, they noticed that there was some water coming in. So the guy decided to take a wee bit of the roof off, and before you knew it, the whole roof was off, because basically the whole roof was waterlogged. So they started ripping all the top end fixtures. They all started coming off, and then they just stopped. I think they were scunnered and had lost interest, and that's where I come in. Yay! So that's when people give me a call, or I call people that have got caravans up for sale that no time, or new caravan forces sale, or lost interest, or any of those things, and that's music to my ears. I mean, it's a shame for the people, but these things happen. It happens in everything. It happens in caravans, it happens in boats, it happens in cars, it happens in vans, it happens in houses, but there's always somebody willing to pick it up. Now, what I find really interesting about this caravan is what we've got in here. It's too far gone for me to fix and get it back out onto the road for somebody to go and take it on holiday. I mean, you could, you could definitely do it. The guy had intentions of doing that. He's bought brand new insulation and jab light and all those things to redo this ceiling. But it's too far gone, and I need a quick turnaround. So unfortunately, or fortunately for me, this is a breaker. But it's really interesting because of what we've actually got in this caravan. So let me show you and let's have a look what we got. So we've got a brand new tin, hopefully you can see that, a brand new tin of Chromapol acrylic roof coating. Now at the top of my head, I don't know how much this is or how much it's worth. I'll put it up on the screen in a second once I figure it out. But there you go. So the guy had obviously big plans to get this. The guy had big plans to get this fixed. So wow. In fact, here we go. And here, where we have. So we've got a tin of Chromapol coat roof sealant paint, various colours, white, £30. We'll obviously hide the address for GDPR reasons, but there you go. So some real money has been attempted. It's a shame, you know, when people get ill and they can't continue doing what it is they want to do. So right, I've cleared everything, so let's get you guys over here. My cloths, kitchen things, wiring. It's a false drawer. Here we go. So we've got the Electrolux 3-way fridge. This is a very modern one. It's got the very nice kind of chamfered fascia on the front there. If we try and open that, which we can. See, look at that. Absolutely immaculate. Immaculate. We've then got, move that over here, the hob top. Again, do you know, it doesn't even look like it's been used. That is absolutely gleaming. Then we've got the stove's oven. Again, come on guys, look, never been used. Absolutely never been used. Oops, sorry, I'm breaking or cracking something here. So amazing, absolutely amazing. Never been used, 100% never been used. If we go in here, it is a bit of a death trap, but we'll move this little floor mat out the way that Mrs. Salvage and Sell will appreciate. Go over there. So we've got the Thetford flush and toilet system. And again, this is a more desirable model. So the ones that I sell are obviously the, you know, the square ones, the Thetford sets. Well, obviously it's a Thetford, but it's the Portaloo, sorry. But this is like an actual toilet system, and I get asked for these quite a lot. We've got a shower door here, and we've got all manner of things in this sink here. Got a kettle. We've also got water drums. More water drums. Stuff kicking about down here, which I can't actually get to just now. And then we've got a full pack of brand new jab light that the guy bought to do the ceiling with. We've got a whale water pump in there. Excellent. Skylight. You know, the skylight that was causing all the problems, right, is this one. Actually really smart. So I've never actually seen one like this on a caravan before, but this is obviously a modern, or certainly more modern than what I would be dealing with. What a lovely big skylight. So yeah, bit of a pain in the backside because it was leaking, but these kind of things can be fixed. But what a cracking big skylight. So I might actually keep that for myself and put that in the Iveco van that I'm working on. But hey, that's a different video. We've got the sink. Again, What's interesting is this colour of sink and this colour of appliance is actually really popular. I get asked for that a lot. This here, right, is for the motor mover. So this Caravan has a motor mover on it. That itself is worth money. Again, I don't have figures at the top of my head, but I'll put it at the top of the screen once I figure it out. But again, money to be made right there. We've got a shower unit here. And there's an awning. TV aerial. Oh, that was the other thing that I noticed. In here. Get out of there. Power unit, transformer 20 amp. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's work to do to get all this stuff out, but most of this just needs to be skipped. What I find really interesting as well, and I really appreciate it, is the cushions are intact because they've been wrapped in plastic, so they've obviously been protected from the water and whatever work they were doing here. So again, the cushions, we can get a little insight into what style of cushion it is, because there's one that hasn't been wrapped there. But so yeah, so they're intact. I can sell them all day long. We've got lengths of timber in here, so whether that seems a bit big to be bracing or strapping a roof in a caravan, but hey. But that kind of stuff, alright, that won't get skipped. I'll be keeping that. It looks like roofing battens. Okay. I'll be keeping that. I can use that for projects around the house, which is fantastic. What we've got up here. Let's have a look. Ugh. Ah! Towing mirrors. Do you know something? I must have about 10 sets of these now. I was going to say, well, I could sell them. Well, you can. You just haven't. So it's really annoying because I've mentioned it before. On my Transit or Tourneo Connect, these mirrors, I've got 10 sets of them. Well, that's 10 now. They don't fit. Really annoying. And they certainly won't fit an Iveco. What else we got? Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What have we got? Precision calibrated nose weight gauge, 20 to 130 kg, sorry. Wow. Okay. So there you have it. Like I say, this will be a gut out, a strip, and all parts will be available for sale on the eBay store. It seems a shame because this caravan's quite modern, and if it wasn't for that, it would have been a fantastic caravan because everything else seems absolutely solid and fantastic. And you can tell just by looking at the appliances, they've never been used. None of these appliances have been used, so they're going to go into a better life. You know, there'll be a van lifer or somebody doing a build somewhere that'll get real good use of them. So outside we've got some locker doors here. That's what we've got in this one. Once we open it, yeah, well, look at that. So we've got a battery, fantastic, excellent. And then we've got a little flap here for, I'm assuming it's for water, and excellent. So that's broken in. Never mind. What we've got in this one? Camping chair, some electrical stuff, could be for the motor mover. Okay, get around the front, let's have a wee look. Once we get in, yeah, great. Oh, there you go. So we've got a little gas bottle, we've got 240 volt cables, we've got gas connectors, and a really good spare wheel. Fantastic. I love about this caravan is it's got alloy wheels. Fantastic. You don't often see them in caravans. Tyres are in good nick as well. You can see the motor mover there as well. Excellent. So there you go, another one. Another one that's been saved. I say saved. It's been passed on to me, and I'll make sure that all the gubbins in here that are in good working order, that can get a second life, will go on and get another use in another van or another camper build. If you've been watching, thank you. Like the video if you want or not. It would help me continue to do fantastic things like this, so I'd really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying this kind of content, then watch this one next. See you in the next one.